Chris Priestley, Mr. Creecher. Chapter 1. Billy pulled his clammy coat collar tightly to his throat. It was damp with the fog and felt like the tongue of a dead animal lolling against his neck. His thin body shivered and trembled. He was 15, but looked 8. A fever sweat glistened on his forehead. His breaths were short. They puffed from his mouth in feeble wisps. He walked warily out into Finsbury Square. The fog gathered here, undisturbed, ominous. Billy carried a small cocoon of visibility with him, so that, as he walked, it was as if the world outside this bubble were as yet unformed, and he invented his part of it at every step. It was late, and the owners of the pocket watches and handkerchiefs that Billy predated were safely home and happy by their firesides, sipping brandy, counting their blessings and their money. Amber light seeped like honey from upstairs windows, glowing between the heavy curtains and solid shutters that formed a barrier to the cold and to the fear-filled world beyond. Voices likewise seeped out into the dank night air, the happy hubbub of laughter and good cheer. Then the giddy tumble of church bells rang out across the city, and Billy heard the sound of toasts and singing, and the cold gnawed more deeply into his bones. It was January the 1st, New Year's Day, 1818. Billy was sick. He had been sick before, but this was different. He grabbed the nearby metal railing for support. It burned his hand with its fierce chill. Tiny forests of white crystals were sprouting over metal and wood, over bricks and cobbles. Minute thorns of ice prickled over every surface. The fog seemed to close in around Billy. Soon it would simply erase him and everything he had been. All would dissolve into that desolate nothingness. The gilding at the edge of the wooden sign overhead flickered with the light from a nearby lamp. The painted letters spelled out Lackington, Hughes, Harding, Maver and Jones, publishers. Billy had worked the customers at this bookshop. They were easy targets as they left, their faces fixed on the pages of their new books, their minds elsewhere. The shadow of the sign fell across a body lying against the wall beside the publisher's doorway, face down and motionless. Billy knew a dead body when he saw one. The hands were as colourless as rancid meat. There was no sound, no movement.